Hume's argument, in a nutshell, is that extraordinary events require extraordinary evidence. Now, at first that may sound very commonsensical and true, but probability theorists from Condorcet to John Stuart Mill, studying the problem of how you establish the historicity of highly improbable events, have shown that Hume's presupposition is demonstrably false. Otherwise, if Hume were correct, you could never be rational in believing a report on the morning news that the winning pick in last night's lottery was a certain number, because that is an extraordinarily improbable event, and therefore you should never believe any report of such a thing. But clearly that's ridiculous. Something has obviously gone wrong. And what probability theorists realized was that in establishing the probability of an event, you must consider more than simply the inherent probability of that event. You also have to take into account the probability of the evidence being just as it is if that event had not taken place. And thus, in the case of the evening news, what is the probability that this winning pick would be reported on the evening news if that event had not taken place? Well, if that's low enough, that offsets any improbability in the event itself. So, with respect to the miracles and the resurrection of Jesus, the question would be, what is the probability that we should have things like the empty tomb, the post-mortem appearances of Jesus, the sudden origin of the disciples' faith in God's having raised Jesus from the dead, if in fact the resurrection had not occurred? And when you consider that evidence in the mix, then it's not at all true that extraordinary events require extraordinary evidence. That's simply a false presupposition behind Hume's argument.